Hi guys, so today I want to share something I never really shared about or open about properly. A journey that broke me, scared me, and at the same time rebuilt me. A journey that taught me that faith is stronger than fear. And miracles literally happen every day. So if you are watching this, make sure you leave a like, comment, and share to your friends. So, I gave birth 7 months, not full 9 months. It was an emergency section. I was terrified. I didn't know if I was gonna make it alive or my baby was going to make it alive. Tuesday to Thursday, no food. I was kept in the hospital. No food, no water, just fear and praise of the unknown. I was surrounded by women screaming in pain. Some lost their babies, some gave birth to babies that were dead. It was heartbreaking. It felt like I was in a dark room, It was so traumatizing. But on Thursday, 3 April, that's when I gave birth. They called my name on the list and I was really excited. At the same time, I was scared. I was very terrified. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to think. All I was thinking is that, okay, I'm going to die. So I went to the theater room. On my way, I was praying. I was lucky I got the doctors who were very gentle and they tried all their best to help me. And I gave birth to a bouncing baby boy. They put his face on my face, and our baby had to go to his isolation room. He had to be isolated from the rest of the babies. Remember, they'll be in one ward. So yeah, they could keep on telling us that your baby is not feeling well. A lot is happening. A lot is happening. So we kept on stressing, but we didn't stop praying. We didn't stop going to church. A lot of people were praying with us and all that. So our baby was also struggling with breathing on his own. His lungs were not fully developed. At that night, they called us saying your baby might not make. The next morning, while I lay down in pain, unable to walk, and the doctors were screaming, "Girl, you gotta stand up and be a man." And I'm like, "How can I be a man when I'm in pain?" And anyways, the hospital called my parents because I couldn't answer my pain, and they didn't want to stress me. And they told me that my baby needed an emergency uh, operation. His intestines had burst. He couldn't eat. He was also struggling with breathing because he was a premature. And at the hospital, they didn't have the right surgeon to do the operation, so they had to look for a surgeon in other hospitals. And unfortunately, those hospitals didn't have beds for him, so he was on the waiting list. That did really stress us. We kept on stressing and praying, and the doctors are literally straight when it comes to this news. They told me that my baby might die, so we need to keep on looking and praying that a hospital will give us his bed. Every time I went to see him in the ICU, my baby tiny inside an incubator, they told me we're really running out of time, but we'll keep on having faith. I kept on praying, begging to God that, can you please hear my prayer? Finally, they found a bed for him at Charlotte Matlake, and we're happy. The surgery went well. Everything went well, but our battles were not over. Just as we thought that they were over, they were not over. My baby developed a serious infection called fungal sepsis. His body was swollen, and we thought our baby is growing because remember, he was tiny from birth and now he's big. So we're happy, only to know, only to find out that it's an infection and it needs to get treated well, that your baby might not make it out. So it was really stressing. I don't want to lie. were suffering emotionally, spiritually, physically, and financially because we had to take a lot of taxes, a lot of Ubers, and that was really out of our budgets. We're not really prepared at that. But we kept on having faith. Hey, faith is everything we had, and we always told ourselves that with God nothing is impossible. And after 3 months of him living in the hospital, that was basically now his home. He finally came back home alive, breathing and fighting and growing. My son is a miracle. He is a miracle. My son is proof that God still answers prayers, even if we doubt that He will answer. The journey taught me that faith moves mountains. This journey strengthened me. I never knew that I was that strong. Not just me alone, but me and my man, because we were stuck in that situation together. It taught me not to underestimate faith. It taught me that God show up even when everything feels lost. To every mother listening to this, I want you to know that God is there. And when you're going through that kind of storm, just pray. Don't lose faith. Don't underestimate faith. Pray, fast, speak life over yourself, speak life over your baby. And God is still working. Even in the darkest room, He'll always be with you. My son is alive, he's breathing, he's kicking, and he's my blessing. Thank you for listening. If you have anything to say, share in the comments. Bye.